Growing up, beauty pageants was not my first choice. I really didn't even know the pageant world was such a big thing. I mean, I heard of Albani Darego, but as fate would have it, I was born in 2001. And at that point, I didn't understand the significance of our achievement. I really didn't see myself on the stage growing up. In fact, at that point, I thought I was going to be a singer because I was really passionate about music, but the dream faded as quickly as it came. I have a sister named Yvonne who was really deeply involved in pageantry. She was passionate about promoting made in Nigerian goods, and she would work tirelessly looking for ways to fund her advocacy. And then I would be like, yeah, what are you even doing? But as time went on, I began to see the beauty in her advocacy and the changes she was really making. But still, at that point, I was not still interested in pageantry. Years later, I found a deeper passion which life brought with good and bad experiences. I found a mission, something I'm really passionate about, to fight for people who have similar experiences like myself. Before the crown, I was just a young girl with dreams, just like every other girl. I wouldn't say like every other girl, because even at that point in my life, I always had this feeling that I was meant for something bigger. Even though I didn't know what it was, I just knew I needed clarity to find my path. I had a deep love for education, the thrill of learning something new, of getting smarter, of gaining new knowledge. That was just something I was so fascinated about. So that was what I was really interested in. Something else I was interested in was in businesses. I just like the idea of people creating something that makes them money and building it into something bigger. I really like the idea of that, and I was also a very creative person, so I was very much interested in the creative aspect of life. I love the fact that I would imagine something, and with my imagination I'll bring it into life, and then I just have to watch the picture of it. I think that was so interesting, and obviously pageantry was not one of those things. I won my first pageant in 2020. Thanks to God, I was so excited on the day I won that pageant. It felt really amazing, but that feeling was so new because it was my first time stepping onto that stage. And even if I had thought I would win or not, I really didn't think about what happens after winning. With the crown comes a lot of responsibility, and at that time, because I was interested in businesses and creativity, I did a youth empowerment program where I hosted a 2-day camp for youths to learn new skills, and also gave them a startup fund to fund whatever businesses they're interested in. But even after that project, I didn't feel this sense of fulfillment because it was not just something that I had so much passion for. It's not like I didn't have passion for that, but you know that feeling. I cannot overemphasize how important that feeling is. My second pageant was in 2023, which is the whole reason for this interview and which I'm handing over. I first encountered BAIP in 2022. At that year, I thought I really wanted to contest, but on deciding, I just felt like I wasn't ready, so I just thought I should wait. I believe in pageantry, timing is everything. You have to know your year. You might be a very good contestant, but you just fell in the wrong year. So I really wanted God to give me a sign to say, okay, go Danica, 2023 is your year. And so it was. In 2023, I took the bold step of picking up the BAIP form. I prepared, did catwalk, public speaking, and all the whole pageant thing. I made sure I was Danically prepared. But even with all those preparation, I still felt anxious, overwhelmed, but still excited. I was wondering if I would be able to live up to that expectation as a queen. Entering into BIP was a very big step for me. This big step came with a lot of challenges. My confidence was tested, my voice, my desire, and every other thing. And I did catwalk. I prepared catwalk. I did catwalk. I did public speaking. Everything. I literally did everything, you know, to be pageant ready. And before we contest for any pageant, we have to be danically ready. I don't know if you know what that means, but it has to be my type of ready. Winning BIP was a very surreal experience. Like, I could not believe it. I knew I had put in so much effort into, you know, trying to win, but it still felt surprising to me. The obstacles, the tears, the sleepless nights. At that moment, when the crown was placed on my head, I felt this sense of fulfillment. Like, you did it. Because of that, I have learned to believe in myself more and know that whatever dream you have is achievable. You just need to put in the work. You really just need to take a step. Even the dreams you feel like are too big, you'll be like, how will I do this? Well, you don't really have to find a way to do it now. All you have to do now is just start and let God take care of the rest. In a moment of doubts, even as a queen, I still have my moment of doubt and fears. But when I look at those achievements, those crowns I have won, I am reminded that yes, I'm still that girl. Life after winning BIP was a very exciting one. Even though I was diverted to represent Nigeria at the Miss Globe pageant, I wish I really had more time to fulfill my duties as a BIP queen. But regardless, I am happy to be a Miss Globe queen and will carry on with the vision and mission of the organization. I'd missed everything. Even with the little time I had, I still try to fulfill my role, especially my humanitarian role, by carrying out several projects related to finding lost voices. Finding Lost Voices is not just an organization, it's a reflection of my personal story. When people talk about abuse, people see it as a clickbait sometimes, or they'll say, oh, can you specify or tell us more about it? But I believe abuse is abuse. It leaves the same impact on the victim. You don't really need to know the specific before you actually believe someone was abused or not. When I saw the news of that young girl who was and more the other day, not too long, I was so devastated because these are the people that I vowed to fight for. But right now, I really don't have the resources or the power yet to fight for these people as much as I want to. But will I achieve those dreams? Yes, I will. How will I do it? I don't know. But will I do it? Yes, I will. And if I don't, I would pass on this legacy to another empowered woman who is as passionate as I am. I have managed to carry on several projects related to finding lost voices. And most times I get questions like, you said you're fighting for the abuse, so why do you share food to people? So Finding Lost Voices is a very unique project. We aim to tackle the root cause of abuse. We've tried the traditional method, oh, speak up, oh, report, oh, it's not working. So we have come with a new approach, and that's why we split Finding Lost Voices into 4 objectives: sustain, defend, enlighten, empower. Each of these aspects has a huge part to play. Speaking of Project Sustain is a means for us to extend the helping hand to other people. We all know poverty is the root cause of so many problems in this world. So when we lend the helping hand to other people, we give them a choice to live, because most people are in situations they don't want to be because they have no help from no one else. And Project Defend is the core vision of the Finding Lost Voices organization. Project Defend is all about teaching women how to defend themselves. We have dumped the traditional method. You cannot tell a thief to stop stealing just because you ask the thief not to. We humans are programmed to understand action. That is why if nobody would fight for women, We need to start teaching women how to fight for themselves. I believe an empowered woman is a powerful woman. So I aim to empower women with skills and knowledge they need to defend themselves, to know their rights, to know their self-worth, and to know they deserve the very best of life. I would say one of my greatest strengths is my ability to remain confident, even in the most daunting situation. You might tell me, oh, don't go there, but I would still go, and I would not just go, I would go with so much confidence. And most times I ask myself, where does this confidence come from? But I just believe it's like a God-given gift. It's not something bought or borrowed. It's just part of who I am. People often comment on my confidence. They'll be like, oh, you don't fear. Because I don't show fear doesn't mean I'm not afraid of nothing. It just means when I'm faced with a problem, my first thought is to find a logical solution. Sleep over it, wake up, and be ready to fight again. In times of doubt, fear, anxiety, I always believe there is light at the end of the tunnel. I believe whatever situation you're facing, there's always hope. What if I don't find light at the end of the tunnel? Maybe I'm not just at the end of the tunnel yet. There's this favorite quote I like so much. They say, and it says, the end is always happy. And if you're not happy, means it's not just the end yet. I know life is not a fairy tale, but with things like this, you're able to choose to motivate yourself, stand up, and fight again. My BAIP journey has been amazing. I'm grateful for this experience, and I'm grateful for the organization for seeing me fit to be their queen and to carry on the values of the BAIP organization. This journey has been transformative. I started as a woman, but I believe right now I'm a better woman. I understand myself, I know what it means to be a leader, and I've actually had a platform to form my advocacy. Am I happy I'm handing over my crown today? I think I feel more emotional because, I worked hard for this. Why do I have to give it back? But I'm also happy to pass on this legacy to another empowered woman to go and fulfill her dreams, just like I did myself. I'm grateful for all the experiences, all the support, all the love, all the cheers, my trip to Albania, the interviews. After handing over my crown, my focus will shift on my personal development and also to champion the Finding Lost Voices goal. Will I come back into pageantry? I'm not really sure about that, and this is one of the reasons for this interview, so I can share my personal story, why I did all this, and my plans for the future. Today is handover day, so I'll see you on stage. Thank you guys for loving me. Thank you for supporting me on this journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.